guy walking around, begging places to get them. Is it on?
We started.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, I didn't get to fix my britches.
I'm not ready. Put it on because nobody wants to get up.
Some shocks on?
Yeah. And trying to have the toes out. I didn't think this through though. This one ain't the problem.
Do not ask me to help you because I refuse.
Nigga, I don't expect nobody to touch my feet. I don't even touch my girls.
You ain't sucking on toes, bro?
Ew, interesting.
I bless the occasional booty hole, but oh, we're recording.
Woo!
Oh man,
She's the only one
just
that
passed away right now.
came back quick.
I was not expecting that.
So you mean to tell me?
Hold on real quick. You put the cap on.
You mean to tell me that you'll bless the back piece, but you won't touch toes?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you just kind of. I feel like toes come before.
Yeah, I feel like, because you don't go right to the butt.
Like, that's a level.
That's
Did
a
you start?
Yeah, I fucking started it. It's a combination now.
You just jump.
Welcome, right? Right? Is it a welcome?
Yeah, definitely. Welcome to episode 2 of the Problem Make Podcast. This is Wills.
Vega.
In States.
And what's up, folks? Oh, it's just a conversation we were having. So it would be, well, I asked my buddy over here that he sucked toes, and his response was, I may lick the occasional booty hole, but they're not sucking on toes. So the question is, where's the levels go here?
I feel like toes has to come before that. I feel like, the back piece has to be like that's just the top of the mountain.
It's fresh out the shower, right?
But you're already in the box, so you're already, you know what? Hey.
Yeah, but you have to make an effort to do that.
No, you gotta go out your way to suck on toes, bro.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. And you gotta go out your way to get down there.
I know that. But
So that means you're a toe sucker.
I'm just saying you don't accidentally just hit the booty hole, is what I'm saying.
I didn't say it was accident.
I know. That's my point of the whole.
You think about it, but
you have to make an effort. Because he said, "Oh, you're already in the box." Like that's out the box. It's a fine line, but it's out the box.
it is a fine line. But
Not when you're drunk.
sure, not when you're soft. I mean, my first booty came after 40, so yeah. I mean, I was. Whew.
I don't even remember my first booty.
That's crazy.
You're nasty. You've been eating booty since what, 98?
Hell no.
So when did you?
Oh, the millennium 2000.
Yeah.
Hell no. I'm an occasional. Like
Okay.
I gotta, feel something special about you.
So let's go back to the conversation we had months ago. And so in 2019 is eating the booty standard. Is that it's expected now?
Nah. You gotta be with that person for a while. That just don't come. Just we've been together a month or two.
It's 6 months, a while in this microwave
Hell
society.
no.
It's a year.
It gotta be.
It gotta be a year, 365 to get to the booty.
Yeah, you get a present.
Man.
No, that's just.
I give it a couple months.
A couple months.
It gets crazy pretty fast these
Yeah,
days.
it's something
Never.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
4
I
months.
don't know. I'm not feeling that.
Sometimes you just link with somebody and connect crazy, and you know
Just
what?
get an episode.
Let me just eat your booty.
But I'm not licking toes. If I'm sucking on toes,
see.
that's a long time to suck on
That's the
toes.
thing. If you're stroking it and then you gotta like put the toe in your mouth. Nah, I don't go on that. Like trying to focus.
I've only ever done that with one person, to be honest.
Fuck that.
It wasn't really my thing,
It
it wasn't for lack of trying, but
what am I doing? What makes you stop? You realize, like, wait, what am I doing here? Why is your toe in my mouth?
Never.
I mean,
Can't do it.
All right, so let's get on to the real stuff. So Zion. So if you guys seen on Wednesday when they played North Carolina, he was making a quick cut, 30 seconds into the game, and blew his shoe out. You know what I mean? So who is Nike at fault for that blowout?
that shit exploded.
It exploded. It was ridiculous.
He's so powerful, bro.
Yeah.
That like they need to make shoes like Nike. Being working for Nike as long as I did,
Mm-hmm.
they don't shoes are made so quick.
Yeah.
Like, I feel as though for athletes like Zion, he should have his shoe fitted to his size, his strength, his all that. Yeah, it's their fault, bro. And if he seriously hurt, it could have fucked up his draft stock.
Yeah, but see, you have to think about it this way. So if we make him a specific shoe, then they're like, it's too, like, there's...
You have to pay him.
You have to pay him to do that.
No, I'm not saying that.
Sure.
I'm saying he could still wear the choice
shoe
he wants,
the Paul
but get
George
it fitted to what he likes.
Okay.
So, like, you know, you think about it, you reinforce the sole, you know, put some extra stitches in there. You know what I mean? Like, because you gotta realize, like, this man could probably break a backboard or a rim if he really tried.
Yeah, if he tried.
That thing exploded.
It was ridiculous. It was like an ankle sock. You know what I mean? It was just hanging and dangling. It was so quick. But see, my thing is with that is, there was the ticket price was close to like $3,000 for that game, and the players got nothing.
Second only to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so it's like, at what point should he like stop playing? Should they start playing players? Like, should he? And I think personally, for me, Zion should shut it down for the remainder of the season, simply because when you leave, you're gonna get a $100 million contract from whatever shoe deal you decide, and the NBA is gonna pay you healthy. So that's just me.
I mean, but he ain't gonna sign with Nike now. You know what I mean? Like, you think he will?
Yeah, because LeBron's bigger, and I'm guaranteed as big as he is, LeBron's probably his idol. LeBron's probably his favorite player. You know, you have Paul George's on. That's probably what Duke said you're gonna wear, but LeBron's probably his favorite player.
I think he's going to play.
Yeah, I think he's gonna play too.
I seen something that they asked the coach.
Mm-hmm.
Coach said that Zion he wants to play.
Mm-hmm.
He loves being at Duke.
Yeah.
Should he? I think he should shut it down. You know you're gonna be the number one draft pick by far.
Yeah. And you got to think about this. Like, his roommate is R.J. Barrett. So I'm sure Cam Reddish or one of them, or Trey Jones or whatever, is probably another roommate of his. I'm not sure, but I think that conversation happened every time they get to the crib. Like, yo, what's up? How you feeling? You still going? I'm sure as soon as they walked in, what's up? What are you going to do? Because I'm sure they asked. I'm sure they're worried what to do with that. But I personally think he shut it down because of the amount of money you're going to make after that. But then if he decides to play, I understand, because if he was healthy, people wouldn't say anything about it. They would just this conversation would never even came up if he never got hurt.
So he's gonna play, and then everybody's gonna see how he bounces back from that little injury. Mm-hmm. Okay, boom, this guy's durable. All right, well, that could potentially be more money too, as well as him losing money.
No, he's number one draft pick, whether he plays or not. I think so.
I know that, but
yeah, they get what
as
you're
far
saying.
as all the other shit, you know, you don't just get paid just by your draft.
Yeah,
there's gonna be a lot more coming his way.
Yeah, but I think Nike's gonna give him. I mean, I know you said he wouldn't sign with Nike, but where would he go? Adidas?
I mean, he could.
Yeah.
But I mean, Nike owns the jerseys and everything now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So he might. But if I was him, why would I want to sign to a brand that just potentially could have ruined my career?
True.
They didn't take the time to make a shoe for me. Not necessarily my own shoe, but make sure that for how explosive of a guy I am, my shoe, like, maybe a North Carolina fan went in there and took all the stitches out the shoe.
I don't think he's going to go with Nike.
No.
I think,
you know what I mean?
Whenever he thinks about it, he's going to remember.
He's going to remember him blowing.
It's just a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke, but, you know, it's like, for that shoe to explode like that, like,
in that game,
30 seconds in, it makes you wonder, like you look behind how that shoe got put on him.
Well, see, that game was so big. My man Obama was there. Obama was sitting there chilling. So it's like, that's what that brings the next question: is should college athletes be paid?
I don't necessarily think maybe you should pay them, but I think that along with their scholarships, like, you know, they should be given cars and stuff like that. But through the university, like, university could have cars that are designated per athlete. It's like a company vehicle.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So they can get to and from their families. And
I think insurance-wise, that'd be ridiculous. I think you couldn't afford that, because if you're going to pay college athletes, you're paying the field hockey team, the soccer team. You're paying everybody. So.
Right, but it would be if the football program's bringing in $1 million a year and the field hockey's only bringing in $20,000. It can't be divided up evenly.
Yeah. So
you know, that's how you gotta look at it. Yeah.
See, for me, I think they should get paid for a simple fact is, like, they can't have a life besides sports. Like, when you go in, you're practicing and then you'll have your tutor, and then you'll have your normal class. But then you don't have any time to get a job for money, and they're coming from places half the time where their parents don't have a lot to give them or send them anything. So, like, how are they going to be able to put their college experience? So I'm gonna go to class, then I'm gonna go and sit in my room with my boys, or go do something, but I have no money to spend. That's why I think they should get paid. I'm not saying they get paid $100,000, but I think
they do get food stipends and stuff.
they get stipends. Yeah, but I'm saying I think besides the food, I think they should get like maybe $8,000 per semester.
Well, I think that maybe what they should do is do what like the military does. Like, you know, you go through the boot camp, you get that first initial amount of money, and then they pay you. You know, you get your bonus, and then they pay you. I think that maybe they should do something like after you leave, you get your money. Like, you know what I mean? Or something like you build that money up as you're there. You continue to get your stipends and stuff like that. But when you leave Duke, instead of leaving with debt or anything like that, they're leaving you set up with a couple $1,000s so you can go and start your life. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't think they should get paid straight up like paychecks, like cash, whatever. Like, but that would be something that I would be for. What he said.
Yeah, but you got to think about the amount of money.
Some type of compensation.
The amount of money that the NCAA is making,
But
which is crazy. They make a lot of. It's $1 billion.
They can use that to compensate them in said ways.
I mean, I know they may get like free gear, free school stuff, but that's only so much. Like,
I'm not talking about free gear. Anybody can get free shorts and shit.
Well,
I'm just saying, like,
they already
like
give
something
them.
like he was saying, like something to set them up for after if they don't go to pro or anything like that.
what you
They
got?
should be compensated. Excuse me, either throughout their time at college or after.
But see, the thing about it is they really are. Like, I know my boy played for Connecticut, and he got gloves, cleats, Under Armours, all that whenever he needed it. It wasn't even a question.
Yeah, you can get
Like,
one.
he got, like, every week he was getting a new pair of
Yeah,
gloves.
that's standard.
Yeah.
So it's like they're taken care of.
They're definitely taken care of, but I think it's
Like,
I think it's beyond that. I think
What does
it's-
that all mean when you're done playing? You know.
but that's what I'm saying. If the argument is they should get paid, and then the argument is, well, they're college athletes, they should be compensated after they leave college.
Okay.
You know, they're already on scholarship, most of the guys.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and you know, most of the guys don't go to the league.
Yeah.
So it's like, even in college football, you know, what is it, 90% of dudes don't get drafted. It's like, you know, so that's how you got to look at it too. Like, the guys who end up not playing, like he just said, they should still get their money because they were a part of that national championship team that just brought in $1 billion.
That's why I say you got to pay all the sports. Like, I don't think it's
that
a
would
big,
be too much.
a big. I think the logistics behind it is what's slowing it
He's
up.
sitting there paying all the sports.
But I think you have to.
That's why they're not going to though.
Yeah.
They're not going to pay these top college schools as far as sports. But then, what are you going to pay Duke's field hockey team?
Yeah. I think I just literally think because you're not allowed to get a job, and then not saying you're not allowed, you just don't have time to get a job.
Exactly why you're compensated in another way besides like cash or a straight up check.
Yeah.
It don't gotta be, oh, you get $100,000 when you leave. It could be a $20,000 to $50,000 stipend that you get when you graduate college, outside of any debt that you owe.
I think it should go by either semester or year. I don't think after 4 years you get a check if you're already getting a scholarship.
You gotta spread it out some way. But that brings the question back to like, should they stop that, you know, one and done year in college? Let them go straight to the league like they used to.
I think you have. I think they should come straight out, but I think there got to be a way for if I come out and I don't get drafted, there got to be a way for me to come back because the old school way is if you sign the paper during the draft, you're not allowed to play college sports no more. So I think there should be, I didn't get drafted. Like baseball. And basketball, I think basketball treated like baseball. You can get drafted out of high school, but I got the decision whether if I want to go to college or I want to go to try to league and test the league out.
You can go back to school though.
But you can't play.
You can't make it in the league. What are you gonna, you know what I mean?
You can't make it in the league now.
Right.
But I mean, maybe 2 years down the road, you have good enough like career where like, okay, now I'm a draft, now I'm a lottery pick. So
I guess if you don't get drafted, you should be able to go back.
Yeah. But I definitely think they should get the opportunity.
But like for people like Zion, that's what we're pretty much talking about. That's the main focus is Zion. Like he should have went straight to the league.
Yeah, but I think what's good for Zion now, granted, I think it's shut down when he got drafted out of high school, when he got recruited out of high school, R.J. Barrett was number one player in the nation. So technically, he would have ended the draft as well. R.J. would have went 1, Zion would have went 2. So now it's flipped.
but you knew what he was going to do when you saw him in high school.
Yeah, but think about that
You
money.
knew talent-wise, Barrett was like, okay, he's number one player.
It's almost like $15 million.
He still might go number 1.
But were you still
Before the injury.
Who,
They-
Zion?
No,
Oh,
they
no.
were saying Barrett was probably going to go before Zion.
Barrett's really good.
Not
Not now. Not
now.
the way. I think the
After this Duke season,
yeah.
and
Like, he's ridiculous.
Zion been doing, he made his way to number one.
He stole that
Easy.
spot. Easy.
He's number one by far, even with this injury.
But I think last night them beating Syracuse was a huge win without Zion. I think when he got hurt Wednesday, it was like, oh shoot, I don't know. They were just lost because their best guy, the guy they counted on, was
That
hurt.
would be nasty. I don't know how.
See what Zion can do is go to Europe.
So you're saying high school kids should test Europe out?
Well, look what Ball
If you're
did.
trying to go straight to the league,
Yeah. True. True. Because
and you can get paid.
Brandon Jennings did that a while ago.
You get paid when you go to
Yeah.
Europe.
Yeah.
It's only like $100,000 a year.
But still, I mean, still get paid. You don't have to do it.
You're getting paid.
So,
Once you
okay.
get paid in college, you just got hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's like
But I feel as
Go
though
to Europe.
I feel as though college systems are more organized, and they teach. If you go to the right program, you can be developed to be a better player. Overseas, you're not playing against, in my opinion, even talent that's as good as what we see in college basketball today in some of the
I
bigger
don't know.
divisions.
I probably disagree. Some college schools, yeah.
Like you
Like
got
some top
to
schools, they're
Duke will
nasty.
go over there and trash all the teams in most of those overseas leagues, bro.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I just
With
think
Duke's roster right now,
I just think that the thing about the overseas is
I don't know about that.
right away. 18
Those are
years
grown
old,
men
you're
over
playing
there.
with grown men. First, I mean, but you want to join the NBA, so it's like you're going to play with grown men as
Of
well.
course, but they're grown men that are, they've been doing this.
Yeah,
Ball did it, bro.
but he didn't come back. He never
Came
when
back.
when LiAngelo went over, he only left because he got in trouble at UCLA. But he never he didn't come back and make it to the NBA. Because Lonzo's the only one. Lonzo came out of UCLA.
The younger brother went overseas
Yeah,
too.
but he's now playing high school again.
He went back to high school.
I don't know how.
If it was college, he wouldn't be able to start playing.
I think what happened. I think all
He's
their
nasty,
all
bro.
their
He's gonna be the
contracts.
best one.
What's it called? Their dad, pretty much. I can't think of his name, but they're pretty much. I think all the money went to him. So LaMelo wasn't in any financial issues as far as getting recruited.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like Zion at Duke, but
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing.
if you
Zion.
want to go out there and not risk your career over a college game that is like, it's just becoming more meaningless as the
Yeah,
years come
he
on.
only got one more month left.
What does it really mean? It's just exciting to watch nowadays. Like
Mhm.
if they pretty much have the number one players established
Yeah,
already
yeah.
mid-season.
Yeah, so I mean, but you got the
I
tournament.
mean,
I think
you got
everyone
the tournament, which is fun, of course.
And speaking of
Everybody
tournament,
wants to win at Duke.
I think the
shit
podcast
like
needs to
that.
hit a tournament up. Well, I don't know which ones are going to be the closest, but it's going to be an all-day thing. You watch all 4 games. I think it's one of those things make it a weekend. You know what I mean? My boy was saying bug out. You know what I mean? Make it a bug out situation. But that's just something we should do, partake in. So anyway, so what about youth sports? And how do you think they are affecting America within the same, you want to stay in that same realm?
I mean, I think that youth sports have really fallen off from when we were kids. They're not as competitive in my book. Like, it could be the kids, it could be the generation, but I think that when we were growing up, it was like when you played football or basketball, you took it real serious.
Yeah.
And, you had to make a team most of the time. Nowadays, everybody gets a participation
Yeah,
award.
yeah.
So you don't got people who are really into it.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
see, for me, oh, go ahead, if you want to.
No, go ahead.
I think, first of all, I don't like youth sports. I hate them. For a simple fact that AAU, I think that's pretty much like we're exploiting kids before they're ready. And also, I think it takes away from the high school sport. Being a high school coach, it's like those coaches work 10 times harder. They're the ones talking to the college coaches, but the college coaches always also going to look at your AAU tape as far as basketball. I think there needs to be some type of meeting. Maybe you stop earlier. Maybe go play AAU up until 14, 15. So then when you get into high school, it's just strictly high school ball, because I think that's taking effect. But as far as football goes, I'm not going to have my son play tackle until he's like maybe 12 years old. 11, 12-year-old for the simple fact concussions are serious, and I don't think unnecessary hits are. I mean, I think it's pointless. Like if you don't have to get hit, don't get hit. I mean, you can still be a great athlete, still be good in sports, and not take those tackles early because it does. At some point, it does affect you. It may not be something that we know now as far as CTE goes and how effective it is, but I think they do. It is damaging, especially young kids, because no 8-year-old kid should get a concussion. That's your brain actually rattling. No 8-year-old kid should get that. So.
I agree with the hitting part. You should probably wait a little longer, but youth sports, I think, is just it's necessary for me.
Okay.
Because it really is the developmental stages.
Mm-hmm.
You're not really worried about how much skill and shit is out there when you see these little guys playing because you want them to get the team concept. You want them to learn how to be coached. That's when you're learning how to be coached and when you're learning how to, work together and shit like that. Like that's why you see all that shit is with little kids. It's a mess. Like they're snapping all. They don't throw flags. They don't. You know what I'm saying? Like they let them run around and stuff. But it's just the developmental stages is for me. It's more mentally preparing. That's why I agree with the no hitting part for a while. Like you don't have to have these little kids to start hitting each other all over the place. You're developing them kids' minds, and bodies, and building character.
Yeah, and to go on that point, I think the youth coaches should link up with the local high school, and even if you don't run their same plays, I think the terminology needs to be the same because I think. I mean, when kids came to the freshmen, we pretty much had to start all over. You know what I mean? Versus if I call defensive tackle close to the guard or 2-tech versus call him a D-tackle, that 5 minutes to explain that can be eliminated.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying? So
when you see these older guys in high school that say like all you have to worry about is their talent. You don't need to tell them how to do this, how to run this. Guys that are coachable. Yeah, they're them little kids that have been doing it since they were 4 or 5 years old. They might not have been good and understood the language. And know how to run routes. You develop all that stuff later, but they knew to listen, to run the drills, to hustle. You know what I'm saying? Them intangibles. That's where you get the heart at. But are tangibles taught, or that's something you have it? No, the intangibles. You can't coach. You can't touch. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but you're saying at a youth kid, like when a kid's little, they're taught how to learn. They're taught how to do all this little stuff. Yeah. But the ones that eventually are the good ones are the ones who picked that up and kept with it. Now that's something they physically give it to, or some people have it and some people don't. I mean, I think everybody has it. The point of the AAU sports and bringing people together and shit like that is to bring it out of these guys. Yeah. Because I didn't have any of that shit when I was little. Plenty of kids don't have any discipline at all until they get to football practice. Yeah.
Well, I guess that, my point earlier, could be looked at a different way. I mean, AAU basketball was probably created because there was people who took basketball extremely serious, and the leagues that we have today aren't serious. So now they got a version of basketball where you can find competitive, good ballers to go develop your kids to get better. Yeah. So, they're even making leagues for football now like that. Exactly. AAU football. Yeah. And who are the best coaches? The best coaches, a trait that the best coaches in any sports have is they're life coaches. Yeah. They're teaching, like Urban Meyer. Yeah. You're teaching them guys how to be men. You know what I'm saying? How to be good people. So on and off the field, like you develop character. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I get what you're saying. Best coaches, they all do it. You're just a better person after being coached by this guy. So, but I think that's why you shouldn't yell as a coach. I hate coaches that yell because you're not getting your point across. I'm a yeller.
I don't agree with that.
And this generation is soft, bro. Like, I don't agree with that. You have any authority. You gotta break them down to, especially football. Like, you don't gotta scream cuss. You don't gotta cuss. You don't gotta act stupid. But I mean, like, a kid needs some sternness if you're gonna be a coach. Exactly. You learn that as a kid. You know what I mean? Like your coach tells you to do something, you fuck up. You better expect to hear it. Yeah. Yo, you mess up a drill 1 or 2 times, go run. You're wasting more time. Yeah. Nowadays, you tell that kid to go run. The parents coming to you like, why you got my kid running for messing up? Because he wasn't in AAU, guys. He wasn't being taught that at home. They let him get away with everything. He knows.
There's kids out there listening to their coaches more than their parents.
Yeah. Okay. So
you stop AAU, right?
Yeah.
Or just have your kid not play AAU, and them going right at high school or 7th, 8th grade or whatever. Mm-hmm. He's gonna be like, "Who's this? Who the hell is this dude talking to me like this? Mom and Dad don't talk to me like this."
Well, see, that's the difference is because that's a parenting thing. I can't control because even the kids that been through the system are just as bad as the kids who aren't in the system. That your home, what happens at home matters. I mean, if a kid's gonna be disrespectful, flat out, he's disrespectful, no matter what you're doing on the football field.
Right, but if you bring him up from
if they understand it, yeah.
Like, okay, you have some type of authority in your life. Mm-hmm. Just like last week's topic, that male role model. Mm-hmm. You might be fucked up at home. You got no discipline or authority at home. Yeah, none of that. You do whatever you want. Mm-hmm. But there's somebody that you look up to. You're like, I need to listen to this dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Later on in life, you remember that type of shit, man. I promise you.
Well, and I think the biggest role model in my life, to go back last week, was, it took him, but it was Coach Rudy at Catholic. I mean, he was probably the close. Once I was becoming a young man, he was probably the most important man in my life.
Yeah, man. Look at me, like especially me with the military.
Yeah,
I went to the Marines. There's not much people I respect on this earth than the drill instructors that I had. I didn't know them from a can of paint, and that was a lot of yelling. That was disrespectful yelling. You know what I mean? That's levels above a coach yelling. You know what I mean? They literally broke you down. But to this day, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
It builds character. You don't see it at the time because you're like, who the fuck is this nigga? Right?
I get what you're saying. All right, so let's switch gears a little bit. So, for those of you who don't know, Jussie Smollett, he decides that he's going to create a hate crime in Chicago. The story goes in he was coming back from New York in a plane, and I guess the plane got delayed. And on his way home, he stopped at Subway. While he was walking home, he gets jumped. They said the two people. What they said was, "Hey, you're the effing faggot from Empire," and they beat him up and put a noose around his neck. And then as they walked away, this is MAGA country, and left. So, come to find out, a couple of days later, in Chicago, in Chicago, in a polar vortex. You know what I mean? When it was negative 20 degrees outside,
I didn't know that part.
So anyway, story finds out where he decides that where people were just like, the story doesn't add up. And prior to all this, he actually sent a letter to Empire where they cut up magazine pieces and sent it to the Empire Studios. And Empire never responded. So I'm assuming he was just like, oh, y'all don't want to pay attention now to what I was saying. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. And he sent this up. So this how it happened, and he kept going and kept going. And Chicago police, they were looking into it, and then they did find two people of interest. They were actually two black men, two Nigerian men. And during their findings, that's when they found out that the two men were saying that he paid them to beat him up. Yeah, I mean, he paid them to beat him up, and then he went on Good Morning America. And he was just crying how the hate in America and stuff like that. And I'm not against the guy. I big him up for being not only African American, but an African American gay man coming out in America. That's not easy. But what he did was just as detrimental. That's a hate crime. I'm just getting what he hit because now he's villainizing the MAGA hat. And I know people that support Donald Trump and will wear the MAGA hat. And even though they are in their ways, I'm not going to say automatically they hate every black person, and they're gonna beat me up and put a noose around my neck. I think that was extremely dangerous. So I hope that this clown to get the worst charges possible. I mean, I hope Chicago really put it on him, and I hope that he understands what he did, and that I understand how damaging he did to the community by using his hate crime, using everything we worked for so long that we're still fighting. And using it to weaponize it for money or for more clout for a TV show.
Yeah, that's real foul, man. That's real foul. I mean, think about any other case that comes after this.
Yeah.
They're going to second guess you. Mm-hmm. Oh, you remember what this guy said, and he ended up lying about it. Maybe you're just trying to get, your followers up. You're trying to get more money. Mm-hmm.
He was just trying to
the next guy that really gets beat up over a hate crime, like a real one, they're going to be second guessing this guy because of what this dude
Yeah, he fucked it all up. And then to go on stage.
What's that say about that whole community?
And I think what fucked it up when he went on stage, like to meet that Monday after the attack, he goes on stage. He says something like, "Oh, and I fought back," and called himself the gay Tupac. Like, that's so fucking stupid. Like, the shit he's doing is so damaging. It makes us all look bad because there's so many people that backed him up at first, and now we got to retract what we're saying because this fucking clown wants to do that and damage society.
Yeah, I mean, not for nothing, but that's like a hit in not only the black community but the gay community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All those, like you just said, all those people that supported him, like, oh, this was a hate crime. Anybody who was black or gay or both is like, okay, look what they're doing to us.
Yeah.
Oh shit, the motherfucker was lying the whole
The
time.
whole
Damn.
fucking time. Yeah.
What's that say about the whole community?
Yeah, and then in the LGBTQ community, no one said anything yet. No one spoke up on the fact that he was lying.
Yeah, because they're probably all in shock, like, oh wow, like
Yeah.
he just made them look stupid for their support.
But I think
He put out a statement talking about thanks for your support and all the love and blah 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 blah. But he just slapped them all in the face.
But that's hypocritical because when Kevin Hart made his post to somebody did 10 years ago, they were killing him. So why not kill this same clown who did what he did that's worse?
I don't know. I think he's
a fucking,
that speaks to his character.
It does.
They already kicked him off the Empire show.
Good. And I literally hope he rots in whatever he rots.
What's going to happen is he's not going to get any more TV.
His career's over.
Yeah, he's done. He's
Yeah.
done. No, like it's like the thing we were talking about earlier with lying. Like,
Yeah.
you know, could you be? What is it? What did you say? Like,
should you judge someone based upon their past? That part?
no, the lies where you said about could you come back from being labeled as a liar?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, that kind of thing. Like, he can't come back from this because even after all the facts and everything like that pointing all back at him, no matter what he does from today forward, he's gonna be labeled as a liar.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially that there seems to be facts that say
and he paid $3,500, written a check to give these Nigerian boys, the Nigerian
He
brothers.
sacrificed the whole show and a half.
Yeah, because think
What
about
was his
it.
motive though? I don't understand. Like,
I think what he said was
if he wants more money, was that really the best option for him to get more money?
Who knows? I think that show's failing anyway. Cause I mean, I don't know who watched that show, but I didn't like the fact that Lee Daniels posted immediately after the thing. He posted like, "Oh, we got to support our guy," stuff like that, and then maybe an hour or two later delete the post. And Lee Daniels is the creator of Empire, so I think this Jesse guy. I don't think he was all alone in this.
Lucius was like, "Yo, you're gonna go out there and you're gonna set up this hate crime," and then out of the backfire, everybody's like, "Oh."
Yep, everybody's quiet. The fucking clown. I'm gonna keep saying that.
Yeah, you mean that?
I do, because everything we've worked for.
Why would you do that? I don't understand. I don't understand what would cross your mind or how you think that would benefit you.
Because what normal human beings do when they don't like their job, they're not getting enough money. One, they're gonna put in for a promotion, or two, they're just gonna get a new fucking job. I ain't gonna set up a hate crime just because you don't like the money you're making. It's fucking bullshit. You're already making almost $100,000 a show, or whatever you're making a fucking show. It's more than what.
It was $25,000 or so.
Well, regardless of whatever the fuck you're making, you're already making that. You're making more than some people make a fucking year, and you're gonna set some up that damages the entire community.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
It's the fucking clown. Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, J-Will thinks he's a fucking
The
clown.
fucking clown, bro.
Big time. And he's saying it with such conviction. I don't know if you hear the F and the C as he's saying it, the fucking clown. He means that from the bottom of his bosom.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
I mean, this is like maybe him trying to get more money at the same time, like just throwing more dirt on the whole "Make America Great Again" Trump thing. Like,
so
that's just not the way to do it.
Yeah, and I think with people, the fact that with Trump, I think enough people don't like him. I think you don't have to do that. You can do it differently.
Yeah, like if anything, this just works on his side. Like, oh look at these people that are just out to get me.
Yeah.
No, for real. That was going to be my point. Like, it's just now it's
Trump's going to use that. Like, oh now look at that.
how many other stories are there out there about me?
He's going to run with this. He's going to run with this. I'm telling you.
You know, especially with the fact that the government's been shut down. I don't know what today's date is. But it's
24th.
24th. So about 10 days now, the government's been back on. We haven't been heard much of this wall conversation, but how damaging that is for the community as far as putting a wall up. I do think our border needs a little bit more. We need to, before you become into the United States, you need to become a citizen. I think that is important. But I don't think you put up a wall and say, hey, you're not allowed, just simply because you're not allowed.
Regardless of whether they put a wall up or not, they're not going to be able to put a wall through the mountains unless they drill through them.
Yeah.
Out there in Mexico. So there's no way they can put a wall out in that area. They're still going to find ways to get through, under, over, around.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I think that they need to take that all this money that they're trying to put into a wall and put it into something more productive of a plan to keep people from coming here illegally.
Yeah.
We know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Find the people and send them back. You know what I mean? Do that. Fuck it.
Yeah.
That's what you have Border Patrol there for. But you think about it, you want to talk about jobs and shit like that.
Yeah.
You want to take all these billions of dollars and build a wall. Why don't you take those billions of dollars and save it to pay people to actually patrol the border?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like
put more security on the border, not just build a wall. Don't you know that these guys have done notoriously famous shit as far as building tunnels and doing all this and that.
To get here, yeah.
Yes, we have border problems, but as far as drugs and even trafficking of anything, humans, all that, they're coming through our ports. Not all of them things are just walking right across the border.
Yeah, and I just hate, like I said, I do think it's dangerous, the wall and that conversation, but we do need to do something about
about the security.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do. Not build a wall. That Trump is that's just, he wants his name on. He wants to stamp his name on something and have something that people can see to leave his little legacy or whatever. He cares more about that physical wall than the actual security of the country.
See, and for me, I think when I see the wall, I think about the movie Divergent. Yeah, I mean, that to bring it to more to somewhere you can watch. But I think because they built the wall and they told everybody anything outside the wall is bad. And I think that was damaging because once they did break through the wall, they realized, oh shit, there's a whole other world out here that we can explore that's not bad at all. And I think that when I see that, that's what I see society coming in.
And Trump sells it to where it's okay, we're trying to keep them bad people out.
Yeah, but I really think it's just keeping us in.
It could be doing both.
I don't think that, our government looks at it as, because they most of them can't connect with the people of the lower class and middle class.
That's why the government was shut down. You know what I mean? He didn't care who suffered from the government shutdown.
He don't care.
Yeah.
And it's like he brought up a good point. He wants that iconic wall to say when he's going, oh, Donald Trump got that wall for the United States.
You know why? Because that was the backbone of his campaign.
Yeah.
I'm going to build a wall. I'm going to build a wall. I'm going to build a wall. Mexico's going to pay. That was the backbone of his entire campaign. If he does not get this wall, it's over for him. It's over for him. It's the one thing that he just kept promising over on top of the many false promises he made. But the one thing that he just rode the whole way through was the wall.
Yeah. So do you think, okay, so is the next person huge as far as becoming the president?
Yes, because Trump, I believe, has woken a lot of people up.
Yeah.
Especially in our age group. Because the end of Obama plus now is where it's okay, now we are feeling the effects of who's the president and what's going on with the government. That's the way before it was we didn't really worry about who the president was. It didn't, it affected our parents and shit. We were just kids, whether we knew it or not. It's it didn't, this whole thing with Trump, personally, woke me up damn, I need to start caring about what the hell's happening.
Well, see, for me I'm going to vote literally off of interest.
Yeah, I've never voted in my life, but after this shit, I'm you know what? I need to vote.
Yeah.
I vote. So it's and I vote because I don't want, like you said, I don't want to be oh damn, this nigga Trump became president and I didn't vote. You know what I mean? and it's like I think that people feared a woman president greater than they feared Donald Trump. It wasn't necessarily Hillary Clinton. It wasn't necessarily anything with the Clintons. I don't think. It's just there was more people that feared to have a woman president.
Yeah.
You got that one week out the month where she's gonna be mad as shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
so are we ready now? After these 2 years, 3 years he's been there, are we ready for one president?
Like I said,
Michelle Obama.
like I said, this is gonna wake people up. Like, you know what? Like, well, I'm not worried about the gender or race. Like,
it's strictly
we need to worry about this dude's character and what he wants to do and what he's going to do, because what we got now for me is just a clown face. He just runs off of money and greed. You understand how many times this man went bankrupt?
Yeah. Well, see, that was the thing. Like, he's big business gonna run the country. He's gonna fix our.
He's running like a business, and he's not a man of the people, which our president should be.
Yeah, definitely.
He can't connect with anybody. It's
Well,
his business partner.
He can't connect. He can connect. He doesn't. But he panders to the poor whites.
Who do you say he connects with the poor whites?
Yes, that was the whole wall thing.
Okay, so who his supporters are what? Known as fucking racist and sexist. I mean, the guy. Look back at all the shit that he said.
Yeah.
Sexist shit.
Grammar.
Racist shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how any woman in this entire country could support this dude.
Yeah.
After what the way he down talks women, what he said about babies and abortions, and it's like, this guy is just not human.
Well, I think with that is I don't personally believe I would love a woman president right now, but she can't be next.
I ain't worried about if it's a girl, guy, anything.
She can't be. A woman can't be
about this person's character,
because we can't go from one extreme to another extreme, because Obama wasn't extreme.
But see, we already went to the extremes. Everybody was scared as shit of Donald Trump.
To this shit.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people scared as shit.
Yeah.
In our circle, scared.
And when I was in the voting booth, I chuckled to myself because I knew he was going to win.
Me too. I laughed because I'm looking at who's voting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn.
He's going to win.
He's going to win.
Yeah.
And it's because I saw nobody from our age group out there.
Yeah.
I saw nobody from what we go through out there. And I can blame this generation.
Yeah.
Everybody want to put up on Facebook and talk shit, but nobody want to get out there and actually be a part of the community as a positive way.
Have an opinion, that's fine. Everyone does, but
back your opinion.
Back it up. Yeah. Be about it. Do something.
Do something.
If Trump has done anything for me, it's literally that.
Woke you up.
Just wake me up.
Yeah, definitely.
Wake me up. I'll be voting for whatever. And I'll be paying attention, you know what I mean? Right now I could sit here and pull up a bunch of facts off the top of my head that I already know because I've been talking with people and all that. I could say all that.
But I think the most important thing now, one, everybody got to vote, but it's also important that you vote for what you want. Don't vote for what Juan wants. Don't vote for what Kyle wants. Vote for what you want.
Yeah, because I'm just saying.
Go out and vote.
Go out and just get some knowledge. Figure out who's trying to run your country.
Yeah, the stuff.
Yeah, don't vote blindly.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be, voting shouldn't be, oh, it's a woman, oh, it's a white man, oh, it's a black man, oh, it's this. Voting should literally be the person that you feel as though gives you the best chance to live your life the most comfortable. And that doesn't mean living off of welfare or living off of this. That means going to work every day and being a productive person in this society. Do I think that those things are needed? Yes, today. There's circumstances where people need those things. But, I think that, us as a generation, a lot of people have gotten complacent with taking their hand out. And that's where a lot of the battle comes in from government to people. You know what I mean? Because people are quick to dick the system.
Yeah.
So the system's in return dicking the shit out of everybody else.
And I think also too, to go back, but I think let's put it this way: what the clothing brands are doing, with what Gucci did with the turtleneck, what Prada did with their keychain, what
Did you see
Burberry
what
just did with the
Burberry?
noose. Yeah,
with the noose.
But I think what that is that's also there's two things with that guy. One, it's outrage media, so it's Donald Trump on clothing, and there's also Jussie, hate crime to make more money. But I think it's like we're going to sell more clothing by your advertising, by how
Or
much
we're
you
going
hate
to get
it.
more publicity.
You'll get more publicity, but I think also it's another way for them to say, "Oh, this is how we think over here. Don't wear our clothes no more." Like if they would come out and just say, "This is for white people only," I would like it better than them to say them doing what they're doing.
I didn't look at it like that, and that's a hell of a point. I mean, that is blatantly looking at us and saying, you know, oh, we're gonna put this noose as our tie, like just to let you know that this shit ain't for no black person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're gonna put blackface on this hoodie so that we can laugh at y'all if y'all wear the shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because you went and bought the blackface hoodie.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I see what you're saying.
So and it's just like so what do we do? Do we buy more stuff and say, hey, we don't give a fuck about what you're doing, or we just cancel them all together and just say, you know what, screw it, treat it like FUBU and just say, you know what, that's not for us. We're not even going to acknowledge you anymore. Because when people buy Gucci, they're like, I'm showing you I have money. Well, half the niggas now that we see around buying a fucking Gucci belt, they're not worried about the belt. They're worried about people who buy the seasons, buying stuff in the spring, the winter, the summer. That's where they're making their money off. They're not making the fucking Gucci bag you bought. They're not really making money off of that. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna be real, like I think we all need to boycott the big brands and start supporting the smaller business.
yeah.
Because at the end of the day, your community is all you really have.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I don't know if y'all noticed, but they're slapping up a hell of a lot of shopping centers and shit here in Lancaster.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to push out small business.
Yeah.
That's like, we're only going to be stuck with places like fucking Chick-fil-A and shit eventually and not even be able to go get a Princess Subs piece of chicken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you eat at KFC versus getting a home cooked piece of chicken from like a mom and pop shop, because they're going to eventually get outrun by these bigger businesses. And, you know, that's what's happening, bro. And I hate to see that shit happen.
So it's important we keep pumping our money into our community.
Into the community.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, when you want to go get yourself, you know, sit down at a restaurant, go support your local business. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, sit down with your family at the little restaurant, you know, have your meal there. You know, I've gotten away from eating McDonald's and shit like that as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, I'd rather go support, you know, the Hinkles or whatever it is up the block, or, you know, go have a burger at the one pub that I see be dead sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? Just to test it out and see what it's about.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that place right there helps my community too. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like it brings us back to that stuff we were talking about last week. I guess with, like, you know, the way when we were raised, like, it took a village type of thing. Like, you know, we didn't really get deep into that, but it's like it took a village back then, and I feel as though it was because you had the community all involved and people put their money back into the community. You know, you didn't know that there was Burberry and all these other things because social media wasn't about.
Yeah.
So you had to support your community.
I think that with when people buy those brands, it's the perception thing. It's not that I wear these clothes because I like these clothes. Like, I wear Nike because I enjoy Nike. Like, but people buy Gucci, they buy Prada, and say, I'm up. You know what I mean? Fuck everything. I'm above you guys. I'm better than you guys. I think that's the perception that those put off in our community. I'm not saying in the bigger community, in the grand scheme of things, because those big, when you look at the real rich white people, they may have a Gucci shirt on that doesn't even look like it's a Gucci shirt on, but it's a Gucci shirt. They don't wear that brand. But when you see us, we got the symbol everywhere. Because we want to show the world that we have Gucci on. It's a perception thing.
Yeah.
And I think we have to get away from that and, like you said, support our own. Even if Juan decided to make a T-shirt and that's all he wants to put, I wear Juan stuff.
Yeah.
Support your people doing to keep your money in your community. Because that's the only thing that's gonna build us up.
Yeah, it's like the young Will Kurt with the Living Lawless apparel and the Bull Pierre, you know, Pierre apparel. Like, you know, those are Lancaster County stuff where they were affordable. They're affordable. And,
Yeah,
you know,
His image.
Yeah, for real. Like, go support those type of places and those people, because their shirt $15, but you're willing to go spend $50 on a person that you don't even have no connection with.
Get a fresh tea. That's it. $5, $6.
That's what I mean. Like, yo, it's like it.
I'm simple, so I don't have much to say because I'm not.
Yeah, but
I'm not out there buying Gucci, this and that, blah blah blah.
but we love Nike.
So
we're guilty. We're guilty in that way. Cause I love mine. I like wearing Nike. That's what I rock. Like how we were saying, fuck the Adidas stickers.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. Like,
I don't feel guilty at all.
Yeah.
But it's like he said, it's about perception. You know what I mean? Like you get that fresh pair of Hirachis on your feet. You know what I mean? Throw them bitches on. You go show them motherfuckers off. Like you know what I mean?
The thing about back in the day, if you came to school with Shaq shoes, you were getting clowned. But I mean, if you came with the Air Force Ones, or say the same thing. But with the check was probably the same shoe, made in the same building.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You were the guy. You know what I'm saying? So
but the thing is the Shaq might have been more expensive to make than the Air Force One.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because the Shaq didn't have as many
units.
Yeah.
And
buyers. So, you know, you had the Air Force One who was being produced at a bigger rate. So that shit was probably the cheaper shoe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So people don't realize that too. It's just it was more popular.
Yeah.
You know,
and it was a perception. It was.
Man, I didn't care back in the day.
Yeah.
Like I didn't care.
I care less now. I don't give a fuck about nothing. I don't care what the next person is gonna be. I care about nothing. Like that's just who I am. But you know that we can switch it up a little bit if we want to stay in. It don't matter. But speaking of when he was talking about trafficking, our boy Robert Kraft of the New England Patriots, the owner.
Bobby.
You know what I mean? Say it ain't so, Bob.
Bobby Crafty.
It actually happened before.
Explain what happened. Go ahead.
It actually happened before the Super Bowl, but he was down in Jupiter, Florida, while in the playoffs, and he went to the spa. And in order to get the services of these women, it's like I think the difference between $59.99 and $79.99. And he got what he needed to do.
Oh, he got the numbers on it.
Yeah, because the cops talking about it. It was interesting. But he got what
hold on. $59.99. Why not just hit him for the 60 piece?
Yeah, I'm too rich.
$79.99. Why not go for the 80 piece?
He probably even tipped me either.
I'm confused here.
Hey, those are house prices. It is what it is.
All right, I'm confused here. I'm so confused. I've never heard a prostitute say that would be $79.99.
But
sit there with a calculator, add the tax up, and now it turns to $86.75. Like you know what I mean?
He's probably just swiped and cleared.
And he just swiped and cleared it on the square that she had laying in the hotel room. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
But this is that. It wasn't it was at a wellness spa.
Go ahead, bro.
So,
I cut you off.
No.
The story
No. You fucking the story's fine, but I'm just saying. Whatever it's $79.99 to pay for the service, but then this is also the reason why this place is being looked at because it was used for human trafficking. So that's why he got hit. So he got hit with solicitation of prostitutes. So now my thing is, so this $1 billion man whose wife died a couple years ago can't buy pussy no more, and we're going to bash the guy for that. And I think that's where we can't judge a man based upon what he was doing. I mean, I think he should be able, especially chill with Meek Mill. He should be able to do what the fucking
with the champions doing on his
neck.
neck.
Do whatever he wants to do, but I just think like I can just imagine him in that room chilling and then kick that fucking door open and his bridges are down.
and the slammy, the double buck 3000.
And he has to push her off.
Man.
He didn't push her off.
He just took it.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna lay there and be like, oh shit, and then just let her do what else she's gonna do. If she goes one lick up to the tip, hey, you got it.
He's probably in the back room and all. Fuck.
Yeah, he wasn't even in the back room. He had one of those suites that had like, you see the jacuzzi.
Yeah.
He wasn't paying for no crazy shit if he's only paying $79.99 for the girl.
Yeah, he paid for a little curtain.
Man, look at this, man.
Oh yeah, you're a Patriots fan,
you're
right?
a Patriots fan.
I forgot. Go ahead, man.
You know Bobby.
That girl was probably having the time of her life.
Oh wow.
She's never had more fun in her entire life.
He probably had mad money for
It's
that.
illegal on paper, sure, whatever. But I mean, there's been people hit me up like, "Yo, what's up with your boy? What's up with your boy?" I'm like, bro, I don't know. Like,
that is so funny.
I don't know the guy. You know what I'm saying? I like the Patriots, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but what?
So you mean to tell me?
Me and Robert Kraft, I mean, we don't know each other. You know what I mean? It's not a direct representation of me. I understand why people hit me up. That's my team.
That's
like,
your team, yeah.
But what do you want me to say? Is what I mean. Like,
I mean, but if Jerry Jones got caught, you know what I mean, with his legs in the air, you know what I'm saying, walking in the hotel room,
I get why I'm getting hit up, but it's like, what do you?
You're
want,
gonna be like, yo, what's up with your boy Jerry Jones?
I mean, I don't. Why would I say that if I was just saying?
You would.
No, I wouldn't.
I'm an asshole.
Oh my gosh.
See,
I'm just now explaining why I'm confused as to why people are saying it to me. So I wouldn't.
Because
say it to
I think what that
I would
is,
bring it up like
It's your
about
team.
about the Cowboys.
It's your
but I'm not-
team.
It's your
I'm
team.
not gonna be
And
like,
the
hey
fucking
man, what's
assholes-
up with your boy, man?
those assholes are probably one of the greatest teams of all time. And now they've come to find out your owner is now over there slinging prostitutes.
Yeah,
I heard they were underage.
You know,
I think that's what the big deal is.
if they're underage, bro,
He's fucked.
he
I
is
think
fucked.
the one girl was 17.
I don't
Yikes.
know. I have no idea.
That I got somebody on my team said that yesterday. He said he was 17. The girl was 17, and I was
I doubt it. I
like,
think that
"Whoa!"
would have came out already. I'm not sure.
No, it would depend. She's 17, bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
Goodbye.
goodbye, New England.
Goodbye, New England.
They're going to somewhere else. And I can imagine Tom Brady sitting at home with the kids. You know what I mean? Because you know when I found it, this came across on Bleacher Report.
Nah.
He's sitting at dinner with Giselle or at lunch and just fucking. Ellen shoots him a text, bro. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Glad we didn't get caught last
Yeah,
weekend.
it's probably Gronk probably sent the text.
Nah, Gronk's been in a couple of those hotel rooms with the Bulls.
Yeah.
You know what I
Probably
mean?
Gronk's fault they got caught.
Yo, for real, he's a loose cannon, bro.
Them boys party hard.
Yeah, man.
Work hard, play hard.
No,
I
but
guess.
seriously,
I don't know.
I
We'll
mean,
see what happens, man. You know how this media shit goes. We'll see how it unfolds for now.
I just hope it wasn't an underage girl. I mean,
Yeah.
cause
Me too, because he lost his wife. I don't think it should matter if there's somebody out there willing to take a couple ducats to do the thing for a billionaire. Fuck it.
yeah. But
If that girl knew who he was.
It's not like, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody out here, not everybody, but there's a lot of fucking people doing that shit or worse. You just happen to get
Yep.
caught.
Yo, there's girls out here giving that shit up for nothing.
Yikes. Yikes.
Like,
So then, to keep it in that same realm, R. Kelly just got arrested again for
Oh, man.
the same thing. I mean, messing with a minor, but there's video evidence of that. Are we officially done with R. Kelly?
did they set him up?
No, this is something that the girl released, like,
She set him up.
essentially. Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get my fame off of this," and that's how I feel it went.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta think like, fucking R. Kelly. Like, I've been done with him since the first couple. Since the piss on
Since
me.
he pissed, yeah.
He came out with the Trapped in the Closet, and that was like, oh, all right, you redeemed yourself
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit. But you know what I mean? Like, after Trapped in the Closet, like, it fell off, and I forgot all about R. Kelly.
Yeah, that's real. That's true.
I mean,
That's
he's not
definitely
really putting anything out for a long time.
So we're just we're done with R. Kelly. Like, no matter, we don't
I
care
listen
how
to
long
the
it
old
rocks.
Step, side to side.
I listen to the old R. Kelly. I mean, I really ain't got no business.
So, but if you, I can't listen to R. Kelly because half those songs are singing about a little girl.
Is it?
Yeah, because that's all he likes.
I mean, I don't know about that.
He's been doing it for years. And they just kept covering it up.
You really just
Hold on, hold on.
said all his songs about little girls.
I'm just saying that's what the dude likes. That's what the dude likes. The dude just
disagree.
had a sex cult. They got caught up that we just sort of blew on the rug. It was heavy for like a good maybe year, and then it got thrown in the rug with all underage girls. And then that whole R. Kelly, whatever thing that was on Lifetime, I didn't watch it because I didn't want that to sway my, you know what I mean, the way I felt about him. But
All I'm saying is, if Bump and Grind comes on, blasting the bitch.
she's probably 14.
Yo, you are trying to ruin classics for me, bro.
I'm just
If
saying.
you think that way, then you know.
I'm just saying that.
That's not going to sway me.
That's not going to sway you, yeah. But I'm just saying
that
that.
fucked up now, but that was a good ass song.
Yeah, but I mean but I'm just saying is now you have to.
You can't sit there and assume
I
you
can
wrote Bump and Grind.
I can
because of this
separate
little
the
girl.
man from the music, but I got it in the back of my mind. I know half those songs where he was saying.
You are tripping.
You just contradicted yourself.
I want to separate the man from the music.
Yeah, but then when you listen to the music, you say you can't because you think that he's writing them about little
Okay,
girls.
I think that if I did come to it, so I apologize. I can't remember the last time I listened to an R. Kelly song.
You know, right? Any R. Kelly song you hear these days is all any of that old shit.
Yeah, but now I know that the dude was a pedophile.
Right, so you're telling me Bump and Grind was written about a 14-year-old girl. That's what you are implying.
And that's what I'm implying.
That is crazy.
That's what I'm implying. That's what the dude likes. He's been doing it for years. That's what I'm implying.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yo, the shit that comes out this guy's mouth sometimes.
I'm just saying. And that's what the dude. Because we know when we were younger, R. Kelly was in. That's what he was in court for.
Piss on him.
Because she was an underage girl.
He pissed on her.
But she was underage.
He just pissed on her.
So you're saying, how old is 15 really? Yeah, I mean, when I see piss, the old Boondock skit, when I see piss, I move.
Yeah.
She seen piss, she stayed.
She stayed, and she enjoyed it.
Oh my god.
She liked golden showers.
But did she know? Was she able to leave her own? Was she able to leave against her? Like, was she held against her will? That's R. Kelly. At that time, that's the biggest man in the world.
What you mean, bro?
I don't know.
When I see piss, I move. That's just what it is. Yeah, I mean,
Bro, that's what I mean. Like, I'm not justifying that. I'm sorry if people think I don't care about women, but because I do.
Yeah.
But it's like we should have been done with him once he pissed on a 15-year-old
Yeah,
girl.
we should have wrote him off that.
And I was.
Yeah.
And I was. Like, all these other incidents that come out, it's like, why is this man still free?
Yeah.
That's not up to me to try to figure out why the cops didn't lock him up.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's all accusation.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he's still walking free. Because it's just publicity stunts like we've been talking about all day.
Yeah, outrage media type thing.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? So, who knows? He might not have really done these things. It might be all framing him and shit. Once he pissed on that girl, people was like, oh, we're going to keep fucking with this man. But like you said, there's video evidence.
Yeah.
So
then this brings me to my next point. Michael Jackson documentary comes out on Sunday on HBO, and it's the kids who talked about what happened at Neverland. And if it comes to find out that they truly are going to talk about what exactly happened there, how do you guys feel about Michael? Is that going to change your...
Heal the world.
So you're okay?
Make it a better place.
So you're saying...
So was he singing about the 15-year-old?
Dirty Diana was what, 6 years old to you, or what?
Right.
Man. First of all,
was Dirty Diana in high
he's
school?
like little boys. But that's not the point I'm trying to make.
Billie Jean 12?
The point I'm trying to make is...
Was Billie Jean a boy?
Does that change... Does that change you? Does that... If it comes
Leave
out,
Michael alone.
okay.
That's what I say.
That man could dangle a baby over the balcony and I'm still
Leave
gonna
Michael
support him,
alone.
bro.
Okay, still support it. Okay. Yeah, I'm for Michael.
King of Pop.
I'll say I can't tell you last time I listened to a Michael song, but I respect Michael.
He had his
You
hands
need to
around the
refresh
baby. He
yourself.
said he wanted to see the baby.
I get a good couple Michael songs in every once in a while because I need it.
I get it. He was fire. I get it. I like Mike. I'm not saying anything wrong about the guy. I'm just saying. I'm telling you what.
Okay, so is it going to change your perception?
No, it won't change my perception.
Are you going to watch it?
Yeah, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it because, one, I got to know. I got to know.
So, but my thing is he's not here to defend himself. So these kids are gonna speak, right?
Boom.
And they could be lying. Some of the shit could be false.
Boom.
And then you're gonna sit there and say, "Wow,
Wow."
It's
Michael
true
did it.
because they got the last word.
they got it exactly."
Yeah.
So it's like we don't know what really happened. There was accusations, but like with the R.
Leave
Kelly,
Michael alone.
Yep.
I mean, but then the trailer, Neverland looked lit though. Neverland looked crazy, bro.
Maybe
With the monkeys and the giraffes and the video games. I would have got jammed up at Neverland if he wanted the big nigga.
Yo, I am over it. I would have got jammed up at the Neverland if he would have wanted the
We
big.
gotta be running out of time. So that's crazy.
Yo.
Well,
Oh
we
man.
know
Really
that
go
Jay
from there.
Will loves Michael,
Yep.
no matter what. So there you go.
Yep. It doesn't matter if he's
Leave
black or
Michael
white.
alone.
I'm sorry, man.
Doesn't matter if he's
Leave
black
him
or
alone.
white.
It doesn't matter if he's black or white. You mean Black Michael was that guy too?
Yeah, he was.
But so here goes.
Light brown Michael.
So
was
if he
that
tells
nigga.
you-
Light brown Michael was that nigga.
He told him to beat it.
Mm. Yikes.
Thriller is to me one of the best albums of all time.
Yeah, that was a dope one.
All right, his best albums of all time. Let's flip it up real quick. All right, let's stay in the same level of great artists.
You can go there.
Drake.
You want to touch that?
We're touching Drake.
Okay.
I think
Drake is touching us. Let me correct you.
Drake is blessing us right
Drake
now.
is touching us.
Drake is the best musician as far as body of work of all time.
Yeah.
He can make music for
J Will's
anybody.
favorite words. Body of work.
Body of work, man. You have your own body of
Go
work.
ahead.
In my book, J. Cole is the best picture painter
Yeah,
next to Kendrick Lamar.
but let's stay with Drake. So what has there ever been another artist that's had the type of run he had?
No.
Negative.
This 10 years
Michael
is
Jackson.
ridiculous.
Michael Jackson. You can argue Jay-Z.
Michael Jackson.
But see, this is the argument. I don't know who else had this argument with Jay. Oh, it was on Facebook. But I was saying Jay-Z had
Who had
Music
that?
for,
You're saying who
for
had
the hood. Jay-Z had music
Who
for
had the longevity?
But Drake literally on top from the
Like
beginning.
consecutively.
From
I mean,
as soon as he dropped So Far Gone, it was like, oh, who is this guy that raps and sings, and he's been up top.
yeah, he's not had a low.
Like when Hov was there, he had his Ja Rules.
Man, fuck home.
He had
Fuck
50
Ja
Cent.
Rule.
Like 50 Cent had a good year, good 2 years, 3 years. Jeezy had a year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there was never, but Drake, no one ever touched
They're
it.
not touching the sixth guy. His knee hurts or something.
His knee hurts.
His leg hurts.
But yeah, so okay, so let's go this far. The greatest Drake album.
Why would you do that?
Because I can go.
Nothing was the same.
No,
Nothing.
Throw it in there. That's it.
Nothing was the same. It gotta be number one. But
It's Take Care number 2.
Take Care is number 2.
Probably.
Scorpion gotta be number 3.
Scorpion number 3. And then you go to
So Far Gone, this new one he released with the extra tracks.
If you're reading this, it's too late.
If you're reading
Oh
it's
my
too
gosh.
late. I think
It's
that's
got to be
the
like
So
3 or
Far
4.
Gone.
It might.
4.
It
Did 4.
It goes
Because
up there.
Scorpion's better than if you're reading this, it's too late. I think.
Man,
Yeah.
I think that one you can flip flop a little bit, depending on how you're feeling, I guess.
No, Drake
Depending on
came
what
out.
mood you're
He
in.
came out with 26 songs.
Yeah, I mean,
on Scorpion.
what's the last thing? What's the last guy you ever known that came out with a double sided?
And I liked it.
You want to know who came out with a double sided?
Hmm.
Michael Jackson.
Mm.
Thriller.
Okay.
Say that again.
Michael Jackson.
All right.
Thriller.
You guys saying it like I don't respect the man Mike.
So stardom and longevity and who's hot for the longest time consecutively. I mean,
So
besides
the
Michael Jackson.
two albums that I don't really like of Drake's are More Life and Views. They're at the bottom for me.
The bottom
Like,
of what?
Views is at the
top
bottom
5?
at all of his albums. Views is the one I don't like Views.
Views was whack.
Even though he had one dance. album,
Whack.
Compared to all his other work, what the hell was he thinking when he did Views? For real, bro.
I was an angry you when I was writing views. He
And
was
it
going through something.
It was whack. It was whack. It wasn't Drake, bro.
But he was. I think he was testing sound.
God.
Well, I don't want to call it all the way whack, but I just want to say that's his worst album.
It's whack
Mind you-
because of what we expect from him.
And I don't even like the Drake and Future album.
What?
Oh yeah, I'm about to walk off.
I don't, bro. Like I don't.
Nigga,
man.
they came out with what was it, 10 songs? Really, I'm the plug. Really, I'm the plug.
They completely
Murdered
lit up that summer.
Digital Dash, bro.
I rock Kentucky Blue on these hoes.
Yo,
What?
Digital fucking Dash, bro. I'm the plug.
I'm
Scholarships was on there. I
I'm
think.
not gonna lie, bro. I skipped that album when
Bro,
it comes on Stride Across the Paris.
Bro.
You know what I mean? Because that's just me. But so it would definitely be Nothing Was the Same. Take Care. Scorpion. If reading is too late.
So Far Gone, I think is still better than If You're Reading This Is Too Late.
Damn.
I think so.
The new album they just released, because bro, they put ignorant shit on there. They put a couple, because So Far Gone, the original album only came out with like 7
Bro.
songs.
I just looked up. Yo, listen.
What are you doing?
Drake and Future?
You go through your
What a
playlist?
time to be alive? I got the whole thing. I
You
mean,
go through a playlist?
who had a better fucking, who had a better mixtape in 2015?
15.
That summer was on fire.
But
Why?
see,
Because of Drake
I'm
and
not gonna
Future.
lie. 2015, I was biased. You know why?
I got a really
2014
big
Forest Hill
team,
Drive.
and we need
I was
some really
bumping
big
that.
rings.
I was
Come on,
bumping
man.
Forest Hill Drive for a whole year straight.
Listen.
That's
Listen
me.
to me.
Bro, they did come out with big
Live
rings.
from the gutter.
Yeah.
What?
Live from the gutter. And then they had
Jersey.
I was about to say.
Jumpman. What?
It's the same.
Holy moly.
Yo, you're tripping. That is a good
Holy
one. You're tripping.
Scholarships. Good God. Damn.
Damn, you see how when he got it to where he
He
needed
set
it.
it up. He set it up so I can watch it.
Then you watched it.
Damn.
All right, so
Drake.
you guys done? You want to touch the best fries while we're here?
The best fries.
Who has the best
Who has the best fries?
Taco fucking Bell, yo.
Now let me pause.
And the only reason why I'm gonna stick my guns here is because they said that they got their cheese with them, yo.
No.
They're seasoned.
The question wasn't who got the best fries with cheese.
You right.
So I'm gonna pause here. This man, he's the chicken tender and fries guy.
That's
no matter where you go.
No matter where it's at.
You know what I'm saying? He's
basic.
A fry connoisseur, if you will.
And he chose Taco Bell.
This man said the best fries are Taco Bell.
So what is it?
Oh man, the best fries.
Five
out of
Guys.
like mainstream.
Five
I
Guys.
can come up with small places that have way better fries than
that. You go mainstream. Go keep mainstream. Keep big business.
Five Guys, bro.
Chick-fil-A waffles, bro.
Chick-fil-A waffle fries.
Chick-fil-A waffle fries are so good. They're so good.
But you can't sleep on Wendy's fries though, because they stepped their game up from when they started putting that sea salt in there.
I'm choosing Arby's over Wendy's.
No. Hell no. How are y'all even considering that? Five Guys is hands down the best fries.
Them joints be like I like crispy fries.
Five Guys are only good with ketchup.
But they're like boardwalk fries.
Yeah, but I need ketchup.
I need crisp.
Bro, you don't even get the Cajun fries.
I do get the Cajun fries.
So it's like, bro, like their fries are lit.
They are good.
They're very good fries. I'm not discrediting them.
They're banging actually.
So it brings me. You said you want crisp, right? Right.
That's what I like.
Taco Bell fries.
Man.
They're crispy, bro. They're crispy. You get the cheese. Bam.
They've had fries for like what, 3 months?
No, what they do is they take them off. They put them on for 2 months. Take them off for 2 months.
Because they don't sell that much. Because they're not that good.
They're crazy. They sell out of them.
They're good when you got cheese.
They're good without it.
They're not as good as the other guys.
Oh, you're crazy.
They don't compete, man. They don't compete.
They are banging. I'm not going to say they're nasty.
I'm not going to say that.
Nacho Jones with the shit on them, they're banging.
Disclaimer here, I've never had them, but I know I'm never going to Taco Bell for fries.
Bro, if you're at Taco Bell and you'll get the cheesy fiesta potatoes, that's the same shit as you get in the cheese fries. Like, cause real shit, it's like the cheesy fiesta potato in a French fry form almost. Bro, call me a fat man and leg me. I don't care. I'm telling you, bro.
But see,
Taco Bell fries.
Chick-fil-A and the powered eating sauce is amazing.
It's crazy.
That's it, man.
Taco Bell
get it off your chest.
with the cheese
has the best fries. Like, wow, really?
So you're saying,
really?
Where do you think the best?
He hasn't picked. He's being a fat man saying, "Oh, Wendy's. Oh, I like this one. Oh."
No, I said Wendy's.
I
said Chick-fil-A.
So you gotta choose one.
What's yours?
Chick-fil-A.
Well,
Are you gonna go with him just because he picked
I'm
Chick-fil-A?
gonna go with Wendy's.
Oh,
This to be different. All right, so please reach
Taco
out
Bell.
and let us know what your favorite fries are.
I change.
Oh, hold up.
I change.
Hold up, just coming in.
I change.
Don't you fucking say it. You better not fucking say it because the garbage good.
I'm telling you, I'm going back. Ain't nothing like a fresh motherfucking just rack of McDonald's French fries.
Yep.
I'm going old school with you.
Yeah. Cause you don't need ketchup if they're fresh.
Yeah, they're
You
fresh.
don't need ketchup.
Yeah.
You don't need nothing.
You don't
You
need
just
shit.
just
I get my fries and I don't even worry about what the rest of the shit I got.
Yeah.
I get them if they're nice and fresh. I just hot out the way. Oh, these don't bang. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what I'm going with.
All right, so like I said, please reach out. Let us know what your favorite
Where else
fries
do you
are.
go to just get fries only? I only want some fries.
Yeah, I mean, I want to travel.
McDonald's. Or as my youngest daughter says, Mickey Donald's.
Mickey Donald. If I leave the house, I'm only going to get
I
fries.
just want some fries. Where are you going?
McDonald's.
Taco Bell. It comes with cheese.
Oh, I'm not going out of my way for Taco Bell.
You need cheese for them to be as good as McDonald's regular ass.
No, you don't. Because McDonald's just tried to do bacon and cheese fries, and I'm going to kill their advertising. Please don't do it. You're going to regret the shit out of it. The cheese is like fucking paste.
See, I don't even need all that.
Yo,
Give me a hot ass thing of fries.
Ruined McDonald's fries.
Give me a hot ass thing of fries with nothing but salt.
Yep, ruined it for me. You know what I mean? I like a little bit of cheese and bacon.
Mm-hmm.
I got it the other day. I was mad as shit. I was so
You
mad.
didn't get a fresh fresh set.
But it's
So I
salty?
got a fresh batch of fries. The fries were fresh, but the cheese and the bacon they put on the top was boot,
Yep.
straight boot. Like,
I believe it. I saw that ad, commercials, all that shit, but I was like, I'm not.
No,
trying.
I'm not. I don't want that. I just give me regular
I'm
fries.
good where I'm at with the, just give me a fry. That's it.
So, I mean, this week coming up, I mean, anything special going on for you?
Well, what day is it? Sunday?
Sunday?
I'm gonna say no.
No? Where you cuz down?
Just a regular schmegler.
I got my niece's birthday on Tuesday.
Okay.
My mom's birthday on Wednesday.
It's an eventful week.
Yeah, week off from football. Not like I'm gonna be playing for a couple weeks, but
His knee hurts.
yeah.
By the way, it's New Year's. But yeah, I'm thinking it's a pretty regular schmegler week for me. Yeah, I mean, I don't got nothing going on. So, like I said, please let us know what your favorite fries are. We would love to have this debate. Like always, thank you for listening. Please, please, please like, follow, share everything on our social media. And like I said, I'll say it again, on Twitter and our Instagram is prob_matic3. That's our Twitter and Instagram. And then our Facebook, SoundCloud, and YouTube is all the Problematic Podcast. So please be ready to listen to this Tuesday morning. We'll drop that first clip, and we have one more thing.
Yeah, I just want to shout out my boys again with their local businesses. We want to remind people that we support all them local businesses, and we want to keep adding to that. So I am going to shout them out every single week. First one is Ray Serrano. His business is called Serrano Services. All home renovations. You hit him up. Number is 717-617-4058. Hit him up. That's our friend, like we said last week. He'll do you right. Second is Junior's Auto Spa LLC. Like I said last week, summer's coming around the corner. Get them cars cleaned up. This is another good guy. Honest work. He likes what he does, and he'll treat your shit right. Hit him up. Number is 717-672-6712. Anything from a wash and wax to just a full detail. Get out there. Hit him up. Support his business.
All right, man. Like I said before, thank you for listening. We are a Problematic Podcast. Peace.
Peace.